আগে তো করলেন। A leopard is not visible. Sir, can you turn the board little bit? Turn the board little bit. Yes, now it's okay. Okay, very good. So the domain of the function is the whole real number. Means from minus infinity to plus infinity is the domain of the function. Now we have to find out the interval for which the function is either strictly increasing or strictly decreasing. Clear? Okay, so how to find it out? First we have to find out the derivative of fx. So if I differentiate with respect to x, if I differentiate this function with respect to x, we have f dot x is equal to, now do the differentiation. So derivative of 10 is 0 minus derivative of 6x, that is equal to minus 6 only, and derivative of minus 2x square, that is equal to minus 4x. Okay, now we know that the critical points of any function is given by dy dx is equal to 0. So the critical point uh, critical points is given by f dot x is equal to 0. Now put the value of f dot x, that is equal to minus 6 minus 4x is equal to 0. That means x is equal to, I think it will be minus 3 by 2. X will be equal to minus 3 by 2. Okay, so minus 3 by 2 is the critical point. So let this is our x is equal to minus 3 by 2. Now we have to check whether the function is increasing or decreasing in this subinterval and in this subinterval. So we'll check first from the interval minus infinity to minus 3 by 2. So when x belongs to minus infinity to minus 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2 means 1.5, it's minus 1.5. So take any point lying between minus infinity to minus 1.5. Let us consider it's minus 4, suppose minus 4. Okay, then find the value of f dot x. Is it is greater than 0 or less than 0? If I put x equal to minus 4 here, so minus 6 minus 4 into minus 4, so that it will be, the sign will be greater than 0 or less than 0. Tell me, the sign will be greater than 0 or less than 0? Negative? I don't think so. It will be, I think, positive. Okay, let's see. So if I put x equal to minus 4 here, so f dot x is equal to minus 6 minus 4 of minus 4. So that is minus 6 plus 16. So that is plus 10, which is greater than 0. Isn't it? Yes, positive. So f dot x is greater than 0. Now if f dot x is greater than 0, so can't you say that the function is strictly increasing on the interval minus infinity to minus 3 by 2? That means write the conclusion. Therefore the function is strictly increasing in the interval minus infinity to minus 3 by 2. Okay, now we have to check the character of the nature of the function on the interval minus 3 by 2 plus infinity. Okay, so case 2, when x belongs to minus 3 by 2 to infinity, in that case what will be the value of f dot x? Okay, so you can choose any point lying between minus 3 by 2 to infinity. Okay, for simplicity let us take 0, a point 0, and now put x equal to 0 in f dot x and find out the value of f dot x. So look, f dot x will be minus 6 minus 4 into 0, so the result will be minus 6, that means less than 0. So in that interval Yes, less than 0. Very good, Srijita. So in that interval means minus 3 by 2 to infinity, the function is strictly decreasing. The function is strictly decreasing. So in this interval the function is increasing function, and on this interval the function is decreasing function. Okay, so this is the interval. Okay, completed. Have you understood? Okay, so and 3 questions are there. I will solve one more questions, and 2 questions will be I left for your homework. Homework means you will try to solve it by yourself. So I am doing question number C. Okay, so let's solve question number C. Write the question, try to find out the critical points. Okay, so here the function is fx equal to C. F of x is equal to, this is minus 2x cube minus 9x square minus 12x plus 1. Okay, this is the function. Okay, we have to find out the interval in which the function is increasing and the function is decreasing. Okay, so find the derivative of the function. So differentiate it with respect to x. We have f dot x is equal to, now derivative of minus 2x cube is minus 6x square minus derivative of 9x square, it's 9 to the 18x minus 12, and derivative of 1 is 0. Now for the critical point, for the critical points we know that f dot x is equal to 0, which implies this term means minus 6x square minus 18x minus 12 will be equal to 0. Now from here find out the critical point. So if I take minus 6 common first, so it will be x square plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. That means minus 6 into x plus 2 into x plus 1 is equal to 0. That means the critical points are given by, one is x plus 2 equal to 0, and one is, yes, very good Srijita, x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now from here we have x equal to minus 2 and here x is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 and minus 2 are the critical point of the function. And look, from the function we can see that the domain of the function is actually the whole real number line, means from minus infinity to plus infinity. And the critical points are, one is minus 1 and one is minus 2. So this is our minus 2 point and this is our minus 1 point. Look, these two critical points divide the total domain, total interval, total real number into 3 parts. One is minus infinity to minus 2, second part is minus 2 to minus 1, and the third part is minus 1 to plus infinity. So in each interval, in each sub interval, we have to find the nature of the function f dot x. Okay, so first we are taking the first interval, number 1, case 1, or number 1, when x belongs to minus infinity to minus 2, when x belongs to minus infinity to minus 2. So what is the value of f dot x? Okay, so you can take any point which is lying between minus infinity to minus 2. So let us take x equal to minus 5, whatever the value you can take. Let x equal to minus 5 and put it here. Here means this, put here actually. Okay, look, this line can be written in the form minus 6 into x plus 2 x plus 1, isn't it? X plus 2 into x plus 1. Now if I put x equal to minus 5 here, so look, minus 6 into minus 5 plus 2, so sign of this term will be negative, and x plus 1, if I put x equal to minus 5, so this term will be also negative. So negative, negative, and again negative. So if I multiply them, multiply 3 negative terms, so final result will be again negative. So f dot x is less than 0, isn't it? F dot x is less than 0. Yes, very good. F dot x is less than 0. That means the function is strictly decreasing in this interval. The function is strictly decreasing in the interval minus infinity to minus 2. First part is completed. Now we'll check the nature of the function in minus 2 to minus 1. So number 2, when x belongs to minus 2 to minus 1, minus 2 to minus 1, so in that case what is the value of f dot x? Now look, if x is greater than minus 2 but less than minus 1, so what will be the value of this term? Minus 6 into x plus 2 into x plus 1. Take any points lying between minus 2 to minus 1. Let it is minus suppose 1.5. Suppose minus 1.5. So put x equal to minus 1.5. So this is negative term. Minus 1.5 plus 2. Minus 1.5 plus 2. The sign will be positive. And minus 1.5 plus 1. This sign will be negative. So negative, positive, and negative. So if I multiply them all, so the resulting result will be a positive term, isn't it? So the f dot x is greater than 0. That means the function is strictly increasing. The function is strictly increasing on this interval minus 2 to minus 1. And one more interval is there, minus 1 to plus infinity. Okay, minus 1 to plus infinity. So this is third question. So when x belongs to minus 1 to plus infinity, so now tell me what will be the value of f dot x? Tell me, you tell me. I'm waiting for your answers. What will be the value of f dot x is if x lies in the interval minus 1 to infinity. Take any one point lying between minus 1 and infinity and then tell me the value. Yes, very good. F dot x will be less than 0. Why f dot x is less than 0? Take any point. Suppose x equal to 5. Take 5. So minus 6 into 5 plus 2, positive term. 5 plus 1, positive term. So positive plus positive plus positive into negative. So the result will be negative. So less than 0. So the function is strictly decreasing. Function is strictly decreasing on this interval. Okay, so now we have to finally find out the interval for which the function is strictly increasing and for which the function is strictly decreasing. Okay, so look, here the function is decreasing in two interval. One is minus infinity to minus 2 and one is minus 1 to plus infinity. In these two interval the function is strictly decreasing, and only between minus 2 to minus 1 the function is increasing. Okay, so we can say that the function is strictly increasing in the interval of minus 2 to minus 1 and decreasing in the interval. Look, there are two interval where the function is decreasing, so the resulting interval will be the union of these two interval, minus infinity to minus 2 union minus 1 to infinity. union of these two interval, this interval and this interval, that the function is strictly decreasing. Okay, understood? Okay, so now I'm not doing the remaining two questions, question number D and question number E. You try to solve it by yourself. Okay, so I'm just now going to question number 7. Okay, so let's go to question number 7 now. Question number 7 is show that y equal to, show that y is equal to log of 1 plus x minus 2x by 2 plus x, where x is greater than minus 1, is an increasing function of x throughout its domain. Okay, so tell me one thing, what is the domain of the function? What is the domain of the function? What is the domain of the function? This function, log of 1 plus x minus 2x by 2 plus x. Yes, very good. Any real number greater than 1. Okay, any real number greater than 1 is the domain of the function. Actually, a log of x is defined when x is greater than 0. Okay, so if this term is greater than 0, so x will be greater than minus 1. Okay, so the function is defined in the interval of x greater than minus 1, means for this interval, this the function is defined, means this is the domain of the function. Now we have to find the interval, means we have to show that the function is strictly increasing on its domain. Okay, so do one thing, find the differentiate of this function. So differentiating with respect to x, differentiating it with respect to x, we have dy dx is equal to, now derivative of log x, we know it that it is 1 by x, so here it will be 1 by 1 plus x minus derivative of 2x by 2 plus x, so it has a formula that derivative of u by v, division of two function. So the formula was v into derivative of u minus u into derivative of v by v square. We'll apply this formula here. Let's apply it. So v square means 2 plus x whole square, v square, and here v is fixed, means second function fixed, and derivative of first function, derivative of 2x is 2, minus, now first function is fixed and derivative of the second function. Now derivative of 2 plus x will be that derivative of 2 is 0 and derivative of x equal to 1, so that is will be 0 plus 1 or only 1. That means 1 by 1 plus x minus, this is 2 plus x whole square, and that is 2 to the 4 plus 2x and minus 2x. Now look, this minus 2x and this plus 2x will cancel each other, so the final result will be x plus 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square, so it will be 2 plus x whole square minus 4 into x plus 1 after doing the LCM, which implies that 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square, that means this is 4 plus 4x plus x square, and this is minus 4x and minus 4. Look, this plus 4 and minus 4 will cancel each other. Also this minus 4x and this plus 4x will cancel each other, so the final result will be x square by 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square. x square by 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square. Now we'll have to find out the critical point. Okay, now we know that the critical point is given by dy dx is equal to 0. Critical point are given by critical points are given by dy dx equal to 0. Okay, so what is the value of dy dx? That is x square, means this term, put it here, that means x square by 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square is equal to 0. That means x square is equal to 0, means x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 is the critical point of the function. Now by this critical point, the total interval is now divided into two sub intervals. One interval is that is -1 to 0, and one is 0 to plus infinity. So for each interval we have to check, we have to find out the function is increasing or decreasing. Okay, so I'm just rubbing it this side. Now two cases will be here. When case 1, when x belongs to -1 to 0, means when x lie here. So look, take any points, any value of x lying between -1 to 0. Take any value of x. Suppose x equal to 1.5, sorry, 0.5. X equal to x is equal to -0.5. Okay, now if I put x equal to 0 -0.5 here, so look, this term x square, so whatever the value of x, it is positive or negative, if I make it square, the value of this result will be always positive. And also this term is positive, 2 plus x whole square is there, so it will be positive. Now if I put x equal to 0.5 -0.5, so 1 plus 0.5, 1 minus 0.5, so this result is also greater than 0. That means dy dx is greater than 0 when x is lying between -1 to 0. Tell me one thing, have you understood this one or not? If x is any point lying between here, so value of f dot x will be greater than 0. Okay, very good. And one more interval is there, 1 to infinity. Number 2, when x belongs to 0 to infinity, in that case dy dx will be either greater than 0 or less than 0. Take any value of x lying between 0 to infinity, whatever the value, x equal to 5, put it here. 5 square positive, 5 plus 1 positive, 2 plus 5 whole square, so it will be positive. So all the terms in the left hand side positive, so the final result will be positive. So in that case the function is also increasing, strictly increasing in this, and this is also strictly increasing. That means on -1 to 0 it is increasing, 0 to infinity it is increasing, so union of these two functions it will be also increasing. That means the function is strictly increasing in the interval of union of these two, -1 to 0 and 0 to infinity. So it will give the total domain of the function. That means in x greater than 1, -1 means -1 to infinity. In -1 to infinity the function is strictly increasing. Understood? Yes, okay, very good. So no more today, my time is also completed over. So we'll continue this class in our next date, next classes. Okay, so up to next class, bye bye. Okay, thank you so much, bye.